Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. Just wanted to just have a brief chat with you before we get into our new year and our new season fully. For those of you in the US, especially on the East Coast, I hope you're keeping warm this week. We're getting some really frigid temperatures. I mean, the wind chill, it's been below zero. It's just really cold. So be safe and stay warm, and hope you're making your way through the cold real good. Use wool, right? First thing I wanted to share was I'm sorry I haven't been able to answer all the comments that we get. I really rely on those comments, that's for sure, but once I start getting behind in answering them, I checked there was like 700 comments and that would take me a long time. So I'm thinking that I'm going to just answer some of the comments. So we're looking forward to this new year. A couple of things we want to do. The first thing is we are going to have a streaming event coming up soon. One is going to be for our Patreon supporters, the other is going to be just for our subscribers. So we'll post when that's going to happen. Number two, we want to have more interactions and interviews with experts of various types. Through the years, we've tried to, actually not through the years, it's only been, it hasn't been that long, but we always try to have people who kind of, can give their input. And whether it's a plumber is talking about stuff, or an expert sailor, or someone who's actually been there, done that, we want to have more of that on the channel. Also, we are looking forward to untying the lines. We were interrupted. We're doing the 21-day Let's Anchor Out thing, and so we made it through 7 days. And then of course, Amy said, I want to go home and spend Christmas with the children, who are not children now, they're actually adults. So we have 3 sons and a daughter, ranging in age from, the youngest will be 20 this year and the oldest will be 28 this year. So we're looking forward to heading out into doing more sailing, realizing that my baby stay can handle some things, so I'm kind of just iffy. I've been impatient to raise the sail, so if the day is nice and it's appropriate for our level of sailing ability, we will be raising the sails. And what is that level? Well, they say for newbie sailors, you can raise the sails and winds from 7 to 12 knots of wind is good to learn on. We're not going to raise the sail if it's blowing 20 knots. So we're going to continue to look for days that are that we're able to do that. We really value comments. That's really important for us because I read every one of the comments and it makes me think about things, and then I discuss with Amy, and it's really helpful. So I hope you'll be able to comment on anything that you see. We will be also looking forward to continue to upgrade our boat and to add the systems that are completely lacking at this point. And that's one of the things that we love about having your own sailboat, is that you can fix it up as you're able to, as you can afford to, as the opportunity lends itself to. So that's great. We're doing it at our own pace and our own time, and as we're able to, and we really appreciate all that we're learning and all the things that we've learned from you. So keep the comments coming. We really appreciate that. I also wanted to share about Patreon today. Those of you who asked me questions about it, first of all, we gotta understand what Patreon is not. It is not a charity. You know how like when someone has a fire, they lose their home, or maybe they have an illness, and a friend will develop a crowdsourcing, kind of like donate this to help this family or this person. That's charity. That's really great. That's really good to do. But that's not what Patreon is. Patreon is supporting what you think is a certain art. In other words, it may be someone on YouTube that writes songs and sings. They don't have a recording contract, but you really like their music, so you give them $3 for every video they make, $10 a month or whatever. Do whatever you choose to do. Or it may be a theater company, or it could be a painter that you like their painting, or it could be someone who makes films. And so that's important to understand, that our Patreon supporters, they're patrons of the arts, and they think that my episodes are artistic. Why? Because it's cinema, it's film. And so if that's what it's about. So it's not about charity. We've had some people kind of write us angrily saying, how dare you ask for money? And well, 2 things. Number 1, if you don't ask in life, you're definitely not going to receive. So there's no shame in asking. Number 2, it's not charity. If you think the videos are artistic, then you can support it. And that's really all it is. That's all it's about. It takes a lot of time to make the videos. I mean, it's easily 2 8-hour days of editing, let alone the filming. Now, I actually enjoy it. It's really fun. So I would be doing it regardless, but if you think you're getting something of value, then that's why you would support any artist. And that's what the theme of Patreon is all about. Several people say, how come when I make a comment it doesn't appear magically instantaneously? And the only reason for that is because, we get comments that are obscene or offensive, especially with Amy. She's very attractive, always has been. And so I look through the comments before I post them, because, I don't want to have Amy get turned off the whole YouTube thing, which in and of itself was a big challenge for her because she's a very private person. It's not like me. I've always kind of been out in the public in different various roles and jobs. But Amy's very, very private. So yeah, if I don't just let anything be published, this is like a PG channel. You know, if you wouldn't say it in front of your mother or your wife or your sister or whatever, I do review them. It's not going to be posted.